Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. All honor, glory, and praise go up and out to the Most High Yahweh, Yahuwah Ba'ashem, Mashiach, Yahushua, Yahusha, Kwam, Yashala. All right. Once again, I'm thankful to see another Shabbat in hopes that I make it through. Hope everybody all right. I'm dealing with beware of thyself and watch your steps. All right. Beware of thyself and watch your steps. Same go for me. I gotta constantly beware of what's going on, what moves and decisions that I make, right? I gotta watch my steps. We gotta be careful out here because the decisions that we make, we gotta be accountable for what we do and the decisions we make, straight up, because it's a heavy cost. We're dealing in a spiritual aspect, yeah. Everything is, fleshly right now, but the decisions that we make are spiritual. They come from your mindset, your thought process. So we got to be aware of that and be careful, because if they're not the right decisions, we're going to suffer with it. And we're going to be just like the one who fell out of heaven, Satan or Satan, right? Or Lucifer, whatever y'all want to call him. We're going to be just like him. Pissed off, got kicked out, come down here, want everybody to suffer with him because he pissed off, right? He upset because he didn't make the right decision. He made the wrong decision, got expelled, so got kicked out, came down to the abyss, or fell, expelled to the abyss. Now he want everybody to be upset with him and be contrary to the Most High just like him. And he done a good job so far. So I'm going to go straight to Luke 14, 28 through 30. Beware of thyself and watch your steps. Luke 14, 28 through 30, for which of you intend to build a tower? Sit him not down first and count up the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it, right? Whether you're in the walk or not, but definitely in the walk. Be mindful about the decisions that you make, especially in this walk. Because this world is evil. It's out there for everybody to see now. Ain't no more hidden agendas no more. It's all on the table. So be conscious about the decisions you make, especially when you think you want to do right. When I say right, I mean serve the God or the Most High, the Almighty Elohim, the power, the Creator. It's a hard thing to do, man. It's a hard thing to do. Especially if you've been in this world multiple, plus 30 years, it's a hard thing to do. I got sad and bad news all around me, man. Sad and bad news all around me. I have to struggle and pray all day, every day to maintain focus. I have to beware of myself. I got to watch my steps and the decisions I make. I got to, because before I know it, if I ain't careful, I'll be intertwined with some clown that's in the world because of vexation of spirit. I'll be intertwined with some clown if I'm not careful. It's hard to serve the Most High in this evil kingdom. It's just hard to do. But we got to hang in there. Verse 28, for which of you intended to build a tower? Luke 14, sit him not down first and count up the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it, right? We got to sit down and think about this thing. I really want to do this? And you really don't know. You really can't make a strong, conclusive decision. But you can say, I do want to do right. I'll try. You know what I mean? But in the midst of trying, you got to really put your best foot forward. You got to do that. Because if you don't, you're going to get jacked up for sure. Then it's going to be problems on the other end. If you with somebody trying to walk that walk also, it's going to be problems, right? It's going to be problems. So we got to dig down. When I first heard about this thing, after so much listening, doing a lot of studying, I made a decision to say, you know what? I'm going to take this, but I'm going to take the whole thing. I'm not going to take just the Old Testament, or I'm not going to take just the New Testament. If If I do this, I got to take the whole thing. That's the decision that I made. And it ain't gravy or it ain't nothing that's a smooth sail, but that's just a decision I made. So I still got a war with these spirits out here right now. It has gotten greater. But thank the Most High, I saw it a long time ago that this was going to be a fight. When I first came in, I seen that this was going to be a fight. I knew my weaknesses. I knew what I could do and what I'm going to have problems with. I already knew that. But some things I did not know. And I fight with it. Luke 14, verse 29. Less happily, after he have laid the foundation, right? And is not able to finish. And all that behold it begin to mock him. So everybody in the world waiting for you to fall, drop, and come back. So they can talk about you. So they can call you a hypocrite. So they can call you a liar. So they can talk down on anybody else that's out there trying to wake up and walk with the Most High. They waiting on that. The evil people waiting on that. They waiting to see you fall so they can point the finger at somebody else. That's what they waiting on. They want to see the whole house fall down. Verse 30, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. They want to see the whole house fall down. Why wouldn't they? If they're not serving the Most High, it's only two spirits. It's a good spirit and a bad spirit, or a righteous spirit and an unrighteous spirit. It is what it is, man. So if anybody out there that want to keep lying to themselves, thinking that they not serving, Lucifer or Satan in this crazy kingdom over here, that's in the world period right now. You want to trick yourself and think you're not going by that legislation, that's on you. But I was aware, fully aware of what I was doing and what's going on right now, right? So I'm not gonna tell no lie on myself. Sirach 13 and 13, or Ecclesiasticus 13 and 13. Can't lie on myself. I'm out of order when I do that. Ecclesiasticus 13 and 13. Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril of thy overthrowing. When thou hearest these things, awake out of thy sleep. So this applied to me first, because I'm the one reading it. It came across the precept and acknowledged the fact that, look at here. Look what I stumbled across, right? But after eating it so much, I have to go out and share the message. And that's all I'm doing is sharing the message. That's it. 13 and 13, Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril of thy overthrowing. When thou hearest these things, awaken thy sleep. Yeah, because once again, misery or the miserable, they love company. Like Satan, he wants company. He miserable. He wants company. He wants to defile any and everything that the Most High created. He didn't make the right decision. So he think everybody's supposed to fall down with him. Right? That's how it goes. Right? That's how it goes. He didn't make the right decision, so he wants everybody to fall and be disgusting and defiled, right? And contrary to the Most High like him. And he done a good job so far. So beware of thyself. Watch your steps, man. Make sure you conscious about the decisions that you're making. Same go for me, like I said. Observe and take good heed in verse 13. For thou walkest in peril of thy overthrowing. When thou hearest these things, awaken thy sleep. Strong. You ain't heard it and just heard it. Awake in thy sleep. Awake. Ecclesiasticus, same book, chapter 21, verse 14. Chapter 21, verse 14. The inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, and he will hold no knowledge as long as he liveth. That's not good. The inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, and he will hold no knowledge as long as he liveth. So he's going to be miserable. And he's going to run into a lot of bad times out here in this time right now. This ain't 1982, 72, 92. It's a bad time, a horrible time, evil, subtle, over cunning, extra wicked time that we living in. So he says, the inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, and he will not hold, and it will hold, and he will hold no knowledge as long as he liveth. Every time you try to tell him something, it's like going in one day out the other, or it's not going to contain the information that he or she has been given. Not going to do it. First of all, there's another spirit that's inside that won't allow them to receive righteous information according to the Most High, not according to man. Right? Not going to happen. Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 4. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 4. For into a malicious soul, wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. Why? Because that mindset has already made its mind up that I'm not going to do right. I'm going to continue to do this right here. So that's not for me. Wisdom of Solomon verse 1 and 4 is not for me. Ecclesiasticus chapter 13 verse 13 is not for me. I'm not doing that there. So I'm going to keep on moving like I'm moving, and whatever happen, happen. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 verse 4, for into a malicious, so wisdom shall not enter, period. Because there's another spirit in there. Right? Wisdom can read behind your eyes, can see through you and understand. Ain't no need of even trying that. Don't even try it. This is a vessel that's destined to be broken. This is a vessel that's destined to be broken. Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 4, for into a malicious soul, wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin, period. It's got to leave. Because if the spirit inside of this person insists on going to the left, then righteousness just gonna leave eventually. Because your rehearsal is more stronger. You put more, like they say, energy over here than you even going over there. So those are the steps that you take. Right? So beware of thyself. Because you can be your own worst enemy. Ecclesiasticus chapter 4, verse 17 through 19, or Sirach. Chapter 4, verse 17 through 19. For at the first, she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him. And this for those that's trying, but let's read on. For at the first, she will walk with him by crooked ways, because you're just coming into the walk. You can't change overnight. And bring fear and dread upon him. Yeah, you start checking yourself. You start being aware of yourself. You start trying to watch your steps. You know what I mean? And bring fear and dread upon him. And torment him with her discipline. So in anybody that don't want to see discipline and correction from the Most High, you're gonna get turned into a broken vessel. All right? Until she may trust his soul. And try him by her laws. Then will she return the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets. So if he done felt like he made, he's strong enough, this is what he want to do, then the Most High feel like, okay, let me bestow wisdom upon this vessel right here. I think this one right here going to be able to handle it. Verse 18 again. Then she will return the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets. So once she done got in you, once you done jumped in it, start getting your learning on, start trying to incline yourself about the Most High, something you never knew about, then after that, you go back out and you can see everything that you could not see before. Now you see everything with a clear glass, through a clear glass, all right? Verse 19. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin. So once she let you, or the Most High allow you to go back out, see what's going on in the world. If you mess around and let the world grab you back again and you fall short, he said he's going to turn you over to your own ruin. Because guess what? Once again, Luke 14:28-30, they waiting on you to mess up so they can laugh and mock you. So they can laugh at you and mock you and talk about you. They waiting on that. So beware of thyself. Like I said, we can be our own worst enemy. Right? We can be our own worst enemy. Oh, Enoch, chapter 105, verse 17. Let me get that. See what the Most High gave me. Yeah. Enoch chapter 105. Verse 17. Or if you got this particular issue, it is page 176. Nope. Page 177. In them I saw it written. Salaki, let's start over. In them I saw it written that generation after generation shall transgress until a righteous race or people shall arise, until transgression and crime perish from off the earth, until all goodness come upon it. So we got to hang in there. We got to hang in there because it's a prophetic precept about coming up out of these evil times. Somebody's going to make it. It's hard. It's super hard. Sometimes you feel like your prayers ain't getting answered. Sometimes they feel like they ain't getting answered quick enough because stuff is coming upon us so quick, so fast, so overwhelming. Right? All you are left to do with sometimes is pray because ain't nobody in the world to really talk to. Everybody too caught up in the world. So they ain't trying to hear what you going through, what you feeling, how you feeling about the things the Most High done showed you and what you are able to see, what all this stuff that's vexing your spirit on a daily basis. Sometimes you might get a break. But for the most part, if you can stay away from going to work and stay away from watching your television, you might be all right. But then again, I don't know. Some people's households are shook up. Right? Some people's households are shook up because of these broken vessels. Right? But in them, the ones that are still trying to hang in there, I saw it written that generation after generation shall transgress until a righteous people shall arise, until transgression and crime perish from off the earth, until all goodness come upon it. So we're still in that purging right now. And I got to hang in there, boy, because it's rough. It's rough. Because the evil is rising like a bump, ready to burst. But for the meantime, I'm here on earth with them. And I ain't loving it. I ain't loving it. I hate it. I hate it. But I gotta hang in there. Wisdom of Solomon 12:2. I gotta hang in there. So hopefully somebody is inspired, man. Wisdom of Solomon 12:2. Therefore, chasten thou them by little and little that offend, and warnest them by putting them in remembrance wherein they have offended, that leaving their wickedness, they may believe on thee, O Most High. So he chastened us little by little, right? He break us down here and now. He ain't got rid of you altogether because he's still trying to get your attention. And that's for those who are falling off, who are trying to turn their back on the Most High. Been in it for a minute. Next thing you know, you're trying to go back. You're trying to backpedal. You're trying to do the Luke 14, 28 through 30. So that's mercy from the Most High. When he chastened you, like he said, little by little, trying to get your attention to show you, Salakia, that's wisdom of Solomon, 12:2. Trying to get your attention, trying to get our attention. Therefore, chasten thou them by little and little that offend, and warnest them by putting them in remembrance, wherein they have offended. And that's the thing. When we going off, especially for those who know better, we need to be going back to the Most High. Don't look towards nobody else. When you make that decision, when you weren't watching your steps, I told you can be your own worst enemy, and you fall into your own ditch, and then you mad at everybody else because you dug that ditch and you fell in it. Look back at the Most High, because it's got to be something we did when we was in the world. There's got to be something that we doing. We got to get it right. Therefore, chasten thou them little by little and little that offend, and warnest them by putting them in remembrance, wherein they have offended, that leaving their wickedness, they may believe on thee, Most High. But they instead, some want to fight, buck up. Some want to fight and buck up against the Most High. Still got that middle finger going, but they think it's a game. Ecclesiasticus 4:20. It is what it is, though, family. But I'm just coming out here hoping I can help give insight on some of this. Right? Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 4:20. Observe the opportunity and beware of evil, and be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul. Right? So if you're ashamed when it concerning your soul, then you got some pride going on somewhere in there. Right? Read this again. Right? Read this again according to the things that I've already written or read. Verse 20, chapter 4 in the book of Ecclesiastes. Observe the opportunity and beware of evil, and be not ashamed when it concerneth your soul. Observe what opportunity? Right? What opportunity? We just read Wisdom of Solomon 12:2. When he chastened you by little and little. Right? That you may leave your wickedness and believe on the Most High. Observe that opportunity. Don't keep walking around like the fallen one, the chief of them, mad at everybody because you made a bad decision. Now you want everybody to suffer with you. That ain't how it go. You got to walk around in your own little mud pen. But nowadays, it's a dung pen. Because there ain't nothing but dung in it. Because that's what they pushing. So if that's what you about, if you about this place out here, if you about your own will and your own way, deal with that. Deal with that. All right? Just deal with that. That you made the decisions, deal with it. So beware of thyself. Because some kind of way you've been tricked. Once it gets too rough on you, you want to look at everybody else like they need to partake in your foolishness. That's you. Just watch your steps. Because if not, it's going to be some more stuff coming at you. It's going to be some more stuff coming at you. You can't keep thinking that pulling everybody else down. You're going to have to pay for what you did. Ain't nobody going to jail for what you done did but you. It's kooky. You going to jail for what you did. Nobody else. Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril, O Salakia. That's the Most High, bringing me right back to that goodness. Right? I was at Sirach 4:20. I'm going to Wisdom of Solomon 12, verse 17. Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 17. For when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, Most High, thou showest thy strength. How? By punishing them little by little, by punishing us little by little. For when men will not believe that thou art of full power, thou showest thy strength, and among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest. Right? So those who are continuing to build out here, and people keep trying to tear it down, he gonna deal with them, and he gonna make your boldness manifest. Your boldness is your maintaining to continue serving the Most High. That's your boldness. So he'll make your boldness manifest right before their eyes, but he gonna deal with them, chastening them by little and by little. Care how mad they get. It don't matter. The Most High said he gonna make your boldness manifest. Yeah. So all y'all keep prophesying in your homes. Keep doing what you gotta do. Keep bringing out scriptures. So everybody can't say they didn't know. They can go back and take it to the Most High. 12 and 17 again, moving on in the book of Wisdom of Solomon. For when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, playing around, making these bad decisions, not being aware of themselves and the stuff they doing, not watching their step, thinking the Most High is a joke. For when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, thou showest thy strength. Then he come in, because you keep defiling the set apart days. You think it's a game. And I'm talking to mostly for those who know better. For those who know better. The people in the world that really don't know the Most High, hey, they time coming. But he do what he do to them too, to bring them towards him. Even in the world, when you screw up, everybody know, when you mess up, you call on the Most High. But there come a time when you got to come on in. For when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, thou showest thy strength. And among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest. Right? We know the Most High is of a full power. That's who we fear. We don't fear the government. We don't fear the spirit that's in control of the government. We don't fear them. We don't fear our bosses at the job. Ain't no fear there. We don't fear our husbands at home or our wives at home. We do not fear them. We fear the Most High. We fear the Most High. 1 Peter 3 and 17. First Peter 3 and 17. For it is better if the will of the Almighty power be so that ye suffer well doing than for evil doing. Right. So we got to understand that too, family. For those of us who walk in the stride and praying hard about the madness that's around us, that's beside us, that's happening out here in this crazy place that we visualizing and getting vexed about. Right? This is good. For it's better if the will of the Almighty Alahayim be so that ye suffer for well doing than for evil doing. I hope we got that. For it is better if the will of the Almighty Alahayim be so that ye suffer for well doing than for evil doing, than for some foolish decision that you made instead of something righteous. If you made a righteous decision, some good can come out of it. If you made an unrighteous decision or some kind of crazy decision, and now you got to pay for it and you still looking for everybody to jump on that wagon with you. That's madness, right? But if you doing something good and people talking crazy and looking down on you, that's a blessing for you. That's a plus for you. That lets you know this world's showing up crazy. Because you continuing to trying to serve the Most High, trying to come up out this crazy place out here, this sodomitic society, and they looking at you like you crazy. Yeah, suffer for well doing. Suffer for well doing. 1 Peter 4:1 and then verse 4. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1. For as much then as the Mashiach has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that hath suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin. Right? So if we got vexation of spirit and we pissed off about all this that's going on in the world, obviously we have removed ourselves from this sinful kingdom. Right? We have removed ourselves from this sodomitic society. Verse 1 again, chapter 4, 1 Peter. For as much then as a Mashiach, Yahushua, has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that hath suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin. Get that. Right? For he that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin. Verse 4, wherein they think it is strange that you run not with them no more to the same excess of riot or madness and foolishness, speaking evil of you. Right? Because you watching your steps now. You checking yourself. Right? Because you watching your steps now and you checking yourself. You see the move out here. You see the end game of all the madness that's going on. You'll beware of thyself. Verse 4, wherein they think it strange that you run not with them to the same excess of rightness. And that's fine. That's cool. Because if they can't see it, that's the ditch they digging. They're going to fall into it. They're going to fall into it. Speaking evil of you. Because you telling them, this ain't going to turn out too good, man. This ain't going to turn out too good. But then it's a battle back and forth when you say that. People strike up conversation. But they don't want you to reply. Right? I said, beware of thyself. Don't ask me no questions if you don't want me to jump in that conversation. You can't have it your way, and I can't say nothing about it. I don't care who it is. Check yourself. Beware of thyself. Watch your step. Because if you ask me, I need to ask you first, are you sure you want to start this conversation? Because I'm going to reply. And I don't think most people never want to hear what I got to say anyway. Because I'm always saying something that's unexpected. That's just me. I've been that way. Even before I met the Most High, I say what's unexpected. So I always told people, don't ask me. Don't ask me. Go ask somebody else. Because I'm going to say something crazy. Every time it's crazy to them. Because that don't be the answer that they're looking for. Well, don't ask me. I try to put things on the scale. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 22. Second Peter chapter 2, verse 22. But it has happened unto them according to the true proverb, the dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the mire. Wow. But it has happened unto them according to the true proverb, the dog is turned into his own vomit again, and the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the mire. So yeah, that's what they waiting on. They waiting on you to return back to your vomit. Since you done got clean, the Most High done put a white garment on you, so to speak. They want to push you down in the mud, or they want to see your garment dirty, man. They want to see you filthy again. We're going back to Luke 14, 28 through 30. This is what they waiting on. So watch yourself. Beware of thyself. Watch your steps. Watch your steps. Watch your steps. That's what they're waiting on. 1 John 4, 5 through 6. That's what they're waiting on. 1 John chapter 4, verse 5 through 6. They are of the world, those who waiting on that. Therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them. For that's what the move is. Right? And that's that clash I'm talking about by having this conversation. Be careful when you ask me. Because I'm going to say something totally opposite. I'm going to say what you don't want to hear. That's what's going to happen. So be careful. I'm not listening. But guess who's listening? They are of the world. Therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them. We are of the Almighty Allahayim. And he that knoweth the Almighty Allahayim heareth us. He that is not of the Almighty Allahayim heareth not us. Right. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. That's education. That's education from the Most High. We need this for sure out here. We definitely need this for sure. And once again, the world out here, period, man. All of your family members, all my family members. I pray for the whole house of Israel. I pray for those who don't even know they need to be prayed for, man. I pray for people who need the Most High. They don't even know they need the Most High. I also pray for those who need the who love the Most High, but for those also who have no knowledge of the Most High, because they don't know they're being deceived to that level or to that degree. Like I said, some of these things we know we're doing in the world, but they don't understand the sinister aspect and the spirit that's behind it all. They don't get that. But this scripture right here says, we are of the Almighty Allahayim. He that knoweth the Almighty Allahayim heareth us, which is the Hamashiach. He that is not of the Almighty Allahayim heareth us not, which is Satan. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. And there you go. You got the Mashiach and you got this clown. You got the Mashiach and you got this jester. You got the Mashiach and you got the one that the masked man. Right? And the masked man. Mardi Gras. That clown. That's who you got. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 14 and 2. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 14 and 2. Blessed is he whose conscience have not condemned him, and who is not fallen from his hope in the Most High. It's kind of like common sense a little bit, but not in this world today, because common sense is gone. The one that does not have common sense is the spirit of error, and everybody's following this. Common sense is gone, but it is on the rise, and it's on the rise to stay for eternity. Verse 2, chapter 14, in Ecclesiasticus or Sirach. Blessed is he whose conscience have not condemned him, not making the right decisions, not being aware of thyself. Blessed is he whose conscience have not condemned him. Before you can even make a decision, you shot, you done, you finished, it's done. Why? Because you're not laced or you're not tied to or connected to the Most High no more. Here it goes. Blessed is he whose conscience have not condemned him, and who is not fallen from his hope in the Most High. Because the one who fell first is the spirit of error, the one that the world is following for the most part, or for the greater part. However, be careful. Beware of thyself, please. Psalm 36, 1 through 4. Psalm 36, 1 through 4. Right? Psalm chapter 36, 1 through 4, man. This is good. The transgression of the wicked says within my heart that there is no fear of the Almighty Elohim before his eyes. It's madness, but it's true. This is how they move. Some of us know this firsthand because we got people in our household like that, right? We got people in our families like that. We can see it out here on the TV screen, on YouTube, on whatever social media platform y'all on, whatever, however. But some people just crazy. This world is really, really finished, man. So I'm going to do what I can do long as the Most High allow me to do it. But I'm really tired of this silly place, this evil place. I'm really sick of this. But this is crazy out here. Psalm 36, 1 through 4, the transgression of the wicked said within my heart that there is no fear of the Almighty Elohim before his eyes. We don't fear him, but we fear our bosses. We fear what the government might say they might do when they're going to cut our lights off of some foolishness. We fear that. For he flattereth himself in his own eyes, self-worship, until his iniquity be found to be hateful. Now, you hate yourself, you hate the person next to you, you hate the person behind you, you hate the person in front of you. Right? Or your iniquity will be found to be hateful. You hate the Most High. And when you hate the Most High, you hate his order. You hate his order, you hate everything about it. Because he's coming to cleanse out wicked spirits in vessels, and vessels are fighting, or spirits are fighting against this cleansing. Right? And the broken vessels are pissed off. So in turn, they hate the Most High. This thing is simple, and it's evil though. Because we're saying it's evil. It's evil. Verse 2, for he flattereth himself in his own eyes, until his iniquity be found to be hateful. Yeah, so pretty soon, when this evil keep manifesting itself on all these set apart days on the Shabbat, you see the evil, you see the hate for the Most High, you see the hate, even during the week. Even during the week, these spirits tossing these broken vessels to and fro, you see the hate for the Most High. You see it. I see it in the world, man. You can't have no conversation out here with nobody about this, because the hate gonna come right to the forefront, right off the bat. Verse 3, the words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. Can't tell the truth for nothing no more. Can't tell the truth for nothing no more. Lying to themselves. People are actually, that's on a high level right now. Lying to yourself, deceiving yourself has gone through the roof. Deceiving yourself has gone through the roof. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He have left off to be wise and to do good. So he's sick of it. I don't want to do good. I love what Lil Uzi Vert and them say. I love Lil Wayne keep talking about he in a gang. How you gonna be in a gang and be in Hollywood too? These Negroes crazy. Keep saying stupid stuff. People keep believing in foolishness. So the Most High said these people have left off, right? They have left off to be wise and to do good. He devised a mission upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil. Instead, he side by side with evil, partners with evil. Partners with it. Full steam ahead, y'all. Beware of thyself. Watch thy steps. Deuteronomy 29, 18 through 19. Deuteronomy 29, 18 through 19. Right? So backing up precepts in Psalm chapter 36, 1 through 4 says, lest there should be among you lest there should be among you man or woman or family or tribe, whose heart turneth away this day from the Most High, our Almighty Elohim, to go and serve the gods of these nations, lest there should be among you a root that beareth gall and wormwood, lest there should be among you a root that is as poisonous as a serpent or an asp, right? Slithery, sneaky, all the time inside, like the spirit, like the scripture said in Psalms 36 or verse 4, he devises evil upon his bed. He already conjuring up madness. Before he can get up, can't even get out of bed good. You pissed off, you upset because you hate the Most High. Just put it out there. Lest there should be among you man or woman or family or tribe, whose heart turneth away this day from the Most High, our Almighty Elohim, our Creator, to go and serve the gods of these nations. Lest there should be among you a root that beareth gall and wormwood. Right? Poisonous. And it come to pass, when he heareth the words of this curse, that he bless himself in his heart. That he bless himself in his heart, saying, I shall have peace. Though I walk in the imagination of mine own heart, to add drunkenness to the thirst. Thirsty for evil, thirsty for madness and foolishness. That's the spirit that's dwelling inside you, though. You done deceived yourself. Verse 19 again, and it come to pass, when he heareth the words of this curse, that he bless himself in his heart, saying, I shall have peace anyway. I don't care what the Most High do to me, I'm going to have peace anyway. Though I walk in the imagination of mine own heart, or mine heart, to add drunkenness to the thirst, or madness to my decision making. Right? When the scripture said, I chasten y'all little by little, they said, well, I'm saying in my own heart, I'm going to have peace anyway. I don't care what he do. I don't care how many fingers he break, how many toes, they get cut off, how many teeth, they get knocked out, eyeballs get knocked out, whatever, arms get broke, I'm still going to have peace. And that's a sad thing, because you have become a puppet for Satan. You really are dead. You are really dead, and Satan doing whatever he want to do with you, because you're already dead. You can't be hurt no more. You can't be hurt no more. Moving on. Luke 23 and 34. That's sad. Super sad. Luke 23 and 34. Salaki. Then said Yahweh, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. They don't know what they're talking about. The spirit that dwelleth inside of them, that has overtaken them and making them look like a fool. They keep coming up against you, Most High. They keep coming up, saying, I hate you. Showing that I hate you, Most High. I hate you. I hate you. I hate the Messiah. I hate your service. I hate your will. I hate your way. I hate it. But beware of thyself. Watch your steps. Be careful of your thought. But that evil spirit inside you, be very careful. The Most High living. He is the God of the living. Satan is the God of the dead. And these people over here in this country over here, in this sinful society, only thing they worship is evil continually and dead continually. Nothing about the Most High, period. And when they do bring it out about the Most High, it's a lie, some kind of falsehood. So beware of thyself and watch your steps. Verse 34, Luke 23. Then Yahweh said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. They don't know what they're doing. He knows better. The Creator knows better. But he always sending somebody around us to help us out, man. To tell us, man, we effing up. We effing up. Second Ezra, chapter 4 and 30. He always does. If we're going to listen, that's a whole nother story. Second Ezra, chapter 4 and 30. For the grain of evil seed have been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning. And how much ungodliness hath it brought up unto this time? And how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come, which is a bad time right now anyway, because that bad spirit, that angel of death, or that death angel, is sweeping this place, man. We got to be careful out here, family. We got to stay laced up. That death angel out here, man. You got to be careful. All right? We're going to go back, verse 30, second Ezra chapter 4.
What's up, preach?
What's going on?
I can't cover. How you doing today?
I'll be all right. All right.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm going to try to.
I'm
All right?
I'm going to come listen to you in a minute.
All right, family. Uh-huh. Second Ezra chapter 4, verse 30. What's up? You all right? All right. For the grain of evil seed have sown, or have been sown, in the heart of Adam from the beginning. And how much ungodliness hath it brought up until this time? And how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come? The time of threshing is not a good time, family. The Most High ain't playing. The time of threshing is not a good time. At some point, we got to believe in the Creator. You're going to bow down one way or the other. I just don't want to get forced to. Because when you get forced to bow down, that's when stuff start happening to you. That's when stuff start happening to you. So I would advise you to beware of thyself. Think it over. Don't be forced to serve the Creator. Second Ezra 7, verse 22. Second Ezra 7, verse 22. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him, and imagined vain things, still going off, still holding up the middle finger, still acting a fool on the Sabbath day, still acting a fool on Feast of Tabernacle, still acting a fool, period. Still acting a fool. Scripture said in verse 22, 7th chapter of 2nd Ezra, nevertheless, after all these things I've been reading, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him, and imagined vain things. And imagined vain things. Either gonna stop or keep it pushing. What are they gonna do? I'm gonna jump over to verse 18. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things. Listen good, family. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things, and hope for the wide. That straight thing is that narrow path to the kingdom. Once you get to the kingdom, it's wide open for you. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things, and hope for the wide. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet shall not see the wide. So those that have done wickedly have suffered trying to walk down the straight path, period. They struggle and fought with that thing. And some just don't want to do it. And the scripture say they'll never see the wide. They'll never see the kingdom. They're living in this is their kingdom right now. They love this sodomitic society. They've chosen this to be their kingdom, and they're going to fight tooth and nail for it. But the righteous shall suffer straight things, suffer trying to get to the kingdom. Why? because he's going to be vexed. With all the crazy family members, he's going to be vexed. With all the madness on YouTube, he's going to be vexed. With all this foolishness out here to destroy these children, he's going to suffer the straight things and hope for the wide. Got to stay strong, though. Got to hold on. Got to hang in there. 1 Peter 2:11. 1 Peter 2:11. Dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims, which we are, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, abstain from fleshly lusts, which war against the soul. Let me read it again. For all those that struggling real bad out here in this madness, dearly beloved, those who are not really checking themselves, being aware of the decisions that they're making, drunken with the foolish decisions that you're making. Dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts, which war against the soul. Yeah, it's warring against your soul, because if you done came in to trying to taste a little bit of who the Most High is and what he requires, and then you keep going back, you warring against yourself. These two spirits can't dwell inside of that vessel. All right? It's either going to be righteousness or unrighteousness. So, dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts, which war against the soul. Which war against the soul. Luke 13:24. Luke 13:24. Strive to enter in at the straight gate. For many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. Let me read it again. Verse 24, Luke chapter 13. Strive to enter in at the straight gate. For many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. Why? Because they're going to keep playing around to the last minute. They're going to think it's a game. They did not believe the whole time. But when the time of threshing comes, they're going to be trying to run for safety. The only safety going to be amongst the righteous. And when the Most High shut the door, no man can open it or shut it. It's a done deal. You got to make your mind up. It's not a game. Y'all can see the evil. Make your mind up. Right? From one Sabbath day to the next Sabbath day. It's a fight and it's a struggle. It's a serious fight and it's a serious struggle. I give all honor, glory, and praises to the Most High Yahweh, Yahuwah, Bahashem, Mashiach, Yahweh Shah, Yahu Shakwam, Yashalom. Most High willing, and I do it again. Feel loud. Stay strong, stay focused. Shalom.